Hello and welcome back to the Socially Awkward What is K-Pop podcast, in which I talk all things K-pop and my social awkwardness. Sometimes. I don't always talk about my social awkwardness, believe me. If I did, it would be the entire podcast. But we'll get into that, into the reason why. Today we're talking about WayV's pets because, quite honestly, I want to, and it's my podcast question mark. I don't know what else to say, really. I just wanted to do it. This is my podcast, hence I'm doing it. Case in point, that's why we're doing it. So the reason why why the social awkwardness happened, basically the neighbour on our left side of the house. So like we live at let's say like number 4. She lives at number 5. So that neighbour, I've lived here all of my life, right? So she's known me my entire life. 22 years, and she got me £25 for my birthday. Like, she put £25 into the card for me, and I went round to go give back a little Tupperware pot that she gave us full of melon the other day, and I don't know why on earth I forgot how much she gave me, because I didn't want to say over what she gave me. So I gave her back the Tupperware and I was like, oh, thank you for the £15. And she deadpan goes, 25. It was 25. And I'm like, right, I'm just going to go back into that hole that I came out of. Like that little cave that I came out of. I'm going to go back in there and die inside. Because obviously it's been a week since my birthday, it'll be a week tomorrow, and I already forgot how much she gave me. Because I don't want to make an excuse, but it's because I have a terrible memory, first of all, and also I just kept on forgetting to talk, to go over and say thank you. So now I'm like, oh my good lord. She is gonna hate me. And she was like, oh yeah, I didn't want to get you something that you didn't actually want. And I was like, babes, last birthday you got me a very cute, art art, thingy of 2 cats. I love that. It's in my bedroom. It's on my bookcase. I love that picture. I also love that she got it from my sister's work. I just think it is so cute, and if I could have it actually nailed to my wall, I would do. But I have so much art on there that I'm scared that I'm just gonna be known as the arty sister when I am very much not. I just like the art I have on my walls. So yeah, now I am awkward. We are gonna be using that money though. I say we, I mean me. Either on Wednesday, because I'm recording this on Monday. My mum's on nights, so she can't. So we can't go out on tomorrow, but we can go out on Wednesday, and hopefully we're going to go to my sister's work to harass her and go to Superdrug and the library. Or we might go on Saturday, but it's going to be busy on Saturday because it's the classic car show thing at the local park. You don't need to know this, but I'm telling you it. So that is the funny tea that has happened to me. Also, I hope today's episode is about the WayV pets, and I hope to do an episode for Friday about Exo's pets, but I don't know their pets well enough. For some reason I know WayV's pets a lot better in terms of fan fiction and hearing them talk about their pets. I've not really heard the EXO members talking about their pets, so I don't know if I would talk about them because I can't. I don't know. When you you want to talk about things that you know a lot about, and I don't know if I want to talk about EXO's pets. I don't know. So they have 6 pets in total, each of them living in the 2 dorms. I think they still have 2 dorms. One is, and also this is from 2022, I think. Yeah, 2022, late 2022. So they might have gotten more, and they might not have them anymore. I don't know. This is as of, says like December 2022, so I'd assume like November time. So if it's wrong, then I do apologise. But I guess I could just research, but I also don't want to. Yeah, that sounds really bad. So they have one dog and five cats, and all the members love their animals. And yeah, I love cats too. Well, I should also just clarify. I've been afraid of dogs pretty much since I think about the age of 4 or 5. And what happened was that me and my mum and my sister were visiting my nan in Nottingham, and we went to I think it was the university park, and because me and my sister were like running around playing, there was this dog and its owner, and the owner let the dog off the leash, and it was a Rhodesian Ridgeback. And I don't even really think that this owner should have done it, but they, like, obviously it went off and the dog thought we were playing, but because obviously it's a Rhodesian Ridgeback, it like kind of attacked us a little bit. And because obviously I was very young at the time, and tism, I gained this really big fear of dogs. So I will always say that I'm a cat person, but if I was to get over my fear of dogs, I don't think I would like necessarily get a dog, but I think I'd be a lot more comfortable around dogs and be okay with being like, if my sister was to get a dog or my parents were to get a dog. Like, if I became more comfortable with dogs, I would just generally be okay with them being in the environment. But like when I was younger, I used to be dead ass afraid of them. And like, if one of them was like walking toward, like if a dog and its owner were walking towards me, I'd want to cross the road to get away from it. It was that bad. Or I used to be on like high alert for dogs off their leads. Like it was really, yeah. Anyway, Bella. She's a dog, a beagle, and she's a girl, obviously. And was born on the 29th of February 2020, but they celebrate on the 1st of March, obviously, due to it being a leap year. And she was actually introduced, oh wow, when she was not that old, on Lucas's Instagram. And she's very close with Lewis and Louis. And Shaoshan posts about her a lot, apparently. Then we got Lewis. He's a cat, Siamese, so a boy, born on the 14th of December 2019. And 10 technically owns him, I guess. Well, adopted by 10. And he was first introduced not that long before Bella was either. On the 5th of May, Bella was introduced on the 9th of May 2020. He can do tricks that 10 taught him. Our cats can't do any tricks, obviously. Our cats, for lack of a better term, are kind of stupid. A little bit. Well, I mean, they're not so stupid as, like, when they're in the middle of the road and that they won't go. Like, they do move and stuff. They don't just like sit in the middle of the road and just stare down a car. But when we're doing silly things, they do sometimes sit there and just look at us as if we're doing something stupid. When one time, this was literally right after we got on Petal, and it was when my parents were getting my sister back from uni, and it was just me. So I had to go and have a shower, right? And so the cats were just like around me in general, because I think they were just like, she's the only one here today. Like, if we want something, we have to be around her. Oh, so there was a fly on my work. Oh god. So they were like following me around, and I went upstairs to obviously go and have a shower, and for some reason Petal just like followed me in there, and oh my god, this girl is so dumb. Like, in the politest way possible, obviously I love my cats, but she just sat like right next to my pajamas, just looking at me in the shower. And she also like goes into the toilet and just sits there when we're on the toilet. It's actually really weird. And also, it could be, as much said, like, why don't you shut the toilet door? But I mean, like, the downstairs one. So obviously you're not like seeing them unless you actually go into the room. So like, she'll just watch us on the toilet. She watched me in the shower, or like, particularly Petal, she'll like plonk herself down in the middle of the kitchen. Jelly does have a bit more smarts to him, but I think that's because of like how he was, like, his first like couple of weeks, like those formative weeks, kind of made him a little bit more smart. But he also is a little bit silly. sometimes in that last night when we were having dinner, like we'd put down, like my dad had put down like a fresh pack of cat food, and Jelly just stared at him, like at my dad, as if to be like, "Where's my food, peasant?" And we were like, "It's right there." What is that fly doing? Because it is just staying around the box. Like, we're gonna have to do something about this fly. Excuse me. I don't think I want to know why that fly is around there right now, if I'm gonna be honest. We'll probably find out later. But next one we have is Leon. Oh, he's so cute. He is an Albanesian male cat born on the 28th of February 2020. So they all kind of got adopted around about the same time, I guess. Because well, I'd assume that like Leon and Lewis were adopted at the same time, given how close they are relatively in age, only a few months. Yeah, even Bella. I just assumed that they were like, yeah, let's get loads of pets. Woo! I don't know. Cillian apparently chirps at birds, and he also does tricks that 10 has taught. Levi. Cat. A blue point Siamese. He's a male. We don't actually know his birthday, but fair enough. And he only follows Lewis enough. Petal also does that. She'll like, particularly obviously again, like when we got her, she would follow Jelly around a lot. And the cheeky little fucker, politely of course, she would like follow Jelly out, like towards the back door, like obviously where the cat flap is, and she would wait until obviously Jelly has just gone out and she will go out. And like she went out, and it was like before she had gotten the snip as well. So this is just so good. So it was like November time when we adopted her, because it's her birthday tomorrow. And so like she had like gotten out, and my mum was so afraid that Petal would get pregnant, because they can get pregnant pretty much like very early on in their life. So she like picked Petal up really like violently and was like, "Does she look like she's been attacked?" I don't know what I'm looking at, because obviously Jelly's a boy, so we don't know anything's supposed to look like on a girl cat. But yeah, I know she ended. She like escaped like I think it was 2 times in the end, because obviously we couldn't keep like the house fully closed up, because obviously Jelly wanted to get out, and like we would just let him go out, because the introducing process of them two was very, very, very tense for a while. So we just pretty much let him go out whenever he wanted. When like my mum like presented me Petal, I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at here. It was really funny. Next cat we have is Coco. She's a ragdoll cat. He is a ragdoll cat, I should say. And he first appeared on Young Young's Bubble on the 10th of October 2023. So this has been updated. That's good, at least from 2 years ago. And he's had Coco since he was a kitten. And then we have Cookie. He is also an Albanesian cat. And Kun owns him. Well, do we own any cats? Really? Or do they own us? Do they just happen to let us have them? I don't know. He first appeared on Kun's Instagram and Breadnote on the 3rd of July 2025, and was introduced as the rebellious little kid, and that he's a mischievous little boy. I love that in they have like a TV, like a merchant. What am I saying? A merchandise line called Our Home WayV with Little Friends. It's so cute that they were able to do a photo shoot thingy. I love it. I just love like seeing cats and stuff. That's just so adorable. Like, I'm not even looking at the idols, I'm just looking at the cats. Like, obviously both me and my sister, we follow a lot of pet accounts on Instagram and stuff, and there's like the dwarf cat, I think, and it's so cute. Yeah, and there's a dog actually with like a condition where his legs just like give up, and like it's like a little jelly dog thing. It's so cute. Yeah, I just love cats, you know. I would adopt all of them if I could do. Like we obviously like the agency that we got Jelly from, I still follow them on Facebook, and I'm always like looking at the cats that they have. And my sister, like, she keeps on telling me, Sophie, stop showing me these cats. They're distracting me. Like I just want to adopt them all. When I want to say I love looking at them all. Yeah. It's sweet, you know. Because like obviously when we had lost forgot his name. We lost Fudge, it was the November, around about the 5th or something, I don't know. It was early November. It wasn't even 2 months, I would say. It was barely 2 months before my mum came to me and asked, do you think that Dad would want to have a cat for his 65th? Because because what had happened when it was my dad, I think it was his 55th, we had brought out like this box, and my dad was like, oh my god, is there a cat in there? And it was just a balloon, and like all of us felt really bad about it. And like obviously I think my dad was joking, like it was just meant to be like a haha, oh my god, there's a cat in the box type of thing. Obviously we wouldn't keep the cat in the box for long, like it would just be like a very brief thing. But like ever since then we pretty much toyed with the idea of getting a cat. And obviously at some point, I think it was when he was, yeah, it would have been when my dad was 59, because we got the rabbits in the September of 2017. We couldn't get a cat at that point, and so we were just kind of, we weren't really thinking about getting a cat. We were just, we had rabbits, you know, that was our pets. We weren't kind of waiting on anything. But obviously with rabbits having quite a short lifespan relatively for pets and stuff, like the first one, my rabbit technically, I think it was 2 years, I want to say. And then with Chester, my sister's rabbit, he lived to just before 3. It was the June afterwards. So Spot died in the October of 2019. Chester was in, yeah, no, I think it was actually a little bit longer. The June of 2021, I believe. And then Fudge was the, yeah, I think it was the November of 2022, yeah. And then we adopted Jelly in the January of 2023. And then Petal in the November of 2023. Like it was very quick actually. So it was kind of no time at all, really. But honestly, I wouldn't regret it at all. Like if I could go back in time and like say no, I wouldn't. Absolutely not. Like obviously I know that my sister kind of struggled with it a lot because the rabbits were really special to her because she spent a lot of time with them. But the cats, honestly, they I think they really like needed us and we needed them. Like they came to us at just the right time. Like even how we got Petal was like really funny. Kind of we like my mum's friend from work, she had told obviously everyone that her cat was having kittens, and people, my mum initially said like, oh no, we don't want another cat, and people have started to adopt them and stuff, and she decided to keep one of them. And Petal ended up actually just being like the runt of the litter, which, if you don't know what that means, like she was basically cast out of like the litter of kittens, and like the mum wouldn't let Petal like eat, like drink her milk and stuff. So she was really, really small and no one really wanted her and stuff. So we had, like, my mum was scrolling on Facebook. This was literally like right before she had gone to work actually for her late shift. So like wasn't the best timing, I will say. And we had seen the post, and it was like from 24 hours before, saying, "Oh, we only have one more left. If you want to adopt this cat, then just like message me." And my mum was instantly to my dad, "Oh, we need to get her. She's like the last one left." And I was like, "Oh my god, this is so cute. Like she's a really really cute." Well, actually, I don't think we knew that she was a girl at the time. And my dad was like, "I don't really know." At them, because he was like, well, it's taken a long time for Jenny to kind of settle in, and obviously my mum like made him agree. And I said to them, "Can we call her Petal?" And my dad was like, "Oh my god." This was like inside of his own head. He was like, "I cannot imagine having to stand outside and be like, Petal, Petal." But no, we ended up like getting her, and we brought her home, and she was so small. And it was so funny. Like, I remember sitting like in the chair like that's next to me, like the two-seater chair next to me, and Jelly was by the other two-seater, and we put Petal down to like introduce them both. And like, I had read that you shouldn't really introduce cats that way, and Jelly made this god awful noise. Oh my god! It was like obviously like a warning growl, which it probably wasn't the best thing to introduce like a well-established cat to a very new cat, like a kitten. But now, like nearly 2 years on, we say that the best of frenemies, but they are friends. It's just that I think Jelly is always kind of making Petal aware that he is like the alpha here. He is the cat, which I don't think Petal minds at all, because obviously she's used to it being the run to the litter and all that. But when this has been like an ongoing thing, there's another like black and white cat, and there's like a swirly cat, and there's like a few other cats that are around in the neighborhood and stuff. And whenever they end up like coming round to obviously our close and like end up attacking Petal, like Jelly will come in and like defend her, and it's actually so sweet. They might not have ended up, I mean, they might not have started being friends until quite late on, and like a little bit on from when they were introduced, but they really are very cute brother and sister. But I mean, this is also another thing. I will finish the episode in a second. But Jelly keeps on mounting Petal, and my mum had just come off of a late shift, so I was like greeting her at the door, and like them two were coming like down the driveway, coming back into the house, and Jelly just goes for Petal, and just, oh my god, it was awful. And both me and my mum were like, "Oh my god, Jelly, stop trying to mount your sister." It was just really funny. And it was like one of those ridiculous moments where you're like, what is happening right in front of my face? But alas, green grass, they're the best of frenemies now. Or friends, or brother and sister, I don't know. They're just the two cats that we own, okay? But yeah, thank you as always for listening to today's episode. It really is a pleasure being able to do this. But yeah, thank you, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye!